How can you say that Christopher Columbus discovered America when there were already Native Americans living here for tens of thousands of years? Well, if that's a fair question, then how can you say the first Americans discovered America when there were already bears and raccoons living here for millions of years? Both of these questions make a lot of assumptions that need to be sorted out before any agreement can be reached. Some people like to say that Christopher Columbus discovered America, and other people like to tell them they're wrong. How do we resolve this difference of opinion? The case against Columbus is summarized in the children's book, The Pilgrims Didn't Celebrate the First Thanksgiving, exposing myths about colonial history. The myth: Christopher Columbus discovered America. The fact: Christopher Columbus didn't discover the land that would become America. Millions of native people were already living here. Vikings from Greenland were the first Europeans known to have set foot on the North American continent. They landed around the year 1000. Newfoundland's L'Anse aux Meadows National Historic Site offers a model of the Viking settlement. Columbus gets the praise for the discovery because his travels opened up this territory to European countries. This led to European settlement in the New World and the beginnings of the colonial period. The book Legends, Lies, and Cherished Myths of American History narrows down the argument by adding the word first. Controversial is Columbus's reputation as the first European discoverer of America. While Columbus was the first European whose explorations of America had any consequences, he was definitely not the first to explore the New World. Allow me to clarify this statement by changing the phrase to long-lasting consequences. The first European was a Norseman of whom practically no one has ever heard, Bjarni Herjolfsson. He was the Norse-Icelandic explorer who, according to Wikipedia paraphrasing the Saga of the Greenlanders, in that summer of 986 was blown off course by a storm, and saw a piece of land that was not Greenland. There are strong arguments that the three lands seen by Bjarni were Newfoundland, Labrador, and Baffin Island. Columbus is still commonly regarded as the modern discoverer of America, but not by everybody. Some believe John Cabot deserves the title, but he kept such poor records the claim has forever remained in dispute and cannot now be settled. Well, you blew that opportunity, didn't you? But if Columbus may deserve to be called the first modern discoverer of America, he probably shouldn't be embraced uncritically. He was directly responsible for the deaths of thousands of Arawak Indians on Haiti. One historian even believes Columbus should be thought of not as a hero, but as a murderer. That's debatably true, but is a completely different argument. So let's see what the author has to say in the 2007 book, Lies My Teacher Told Me. In a sense, Columbus's voyage was not the first, but the last discovery of America. Again, allow me to inject the phrase long-lasting discovery. Every child who opens their first geography textbook does not get to claim they discovered America. Columbus's importance is therefore primarily attributable to changing conditions in Europe, not to his having reached a new continent. It may be fair to say that the Vikings' voyages had little lasting effect on the fate of the world. Should textbooks therefore leave them out? Is impact on the present the sole reason for including an event or fact? If textbooks would compare the Norse voyages to Columbus's second voyage, they would help students understand the new, much larger European ability to mobilize was in part responsible for Columbus's voyages taking on their awesome significance. Let's assume we all agree Columbus was not the first European to discover America, but we can still debate the question of if he discovered America at all. Like with many disagreements, it comes down to how to define specific words. In this case, discover. What does it mean to discover America? Was it covered? We could change the word to say Christopher Columbus found America, but then what is the opposite of found? Was it lost? When Columbus sailed across the Atlantic Ocean for the first time, he knew a place was out there, but he was not sure how to find it, or exactly what he would find. In the professional world, this is called a known unknown. As popularized by the late United States Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld. Known unknowns are gaps in our knowledge, but they are gaps that we know exist. We do not know for certain where Columbus thought he was going. Evidence suggests he was seeking Japan, India, and Indonesia. Other evidence indicates he was trying to reach new lands to the west. 16th century historian Bartolomé de las Casas wrote, "Because India was known for its great wealth, it was in Columbus's interest to induce the monarchs, who were always doubtful as to his enterprise, to believe him when he said he was setting out in search of a western route to India." After reviewing the evidence, Columbus's recent biographer, Kirkpatrick Sale, concluded we will likely never know for sure. So how do we change this statement to make it more accurate and less controversial? Calling him a modern European helps, implying the modern age from about 500 years ago. We still have to define the word discover, but excluding the word first allows for a wider definition. To account for the previous explorers, we can say he rediscovered America. But to keep things simple, I claim he discovered America because he did not know what he would find across the ocean, a known unknown. I've also said he discovered America for early modern Europe, meaning the Americas were generally unknown to Europeans before Columbus reported on his first voyage to Haiti. In that sense, Bjarni Herjolfsson discovered America for Greenland. Though, to keep it in context, his discovery went mostly unknown to the rest of Europe. And the first Americans discovered America for Siberia and the human race, though that last part sounds kind of silly and redundant. Never mind what I said about these guys. So one of these phrases will have to be close enough, though I prefer the last one, since it suggests the discovery changed Europe forever. Christopher Columbus discovered America for early modern Europe. What do you think? Do you agree that Christopher Columbus discovered America, even if people were already there? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel for new videos every week or two, and see the description below for a list of books, films, and online resources featured in this video.